From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Washington Nationals and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Chris Bassett.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up. Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Now it's going to be Jacob Young. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. Still early in the season, but so far it has been a struggle for this team, ranking towards the bottom in both on base and runs. They do have some power.
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp of spring training.
Clement over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Mike Soroka. How about a scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters
swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette up to the dish. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. This to center field. Young on his way in. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3 up, 3 down. Second inning set to go. And now the DH, Juan Yepez. Curve in the dirt.
3-1.
And there's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game. And now it's Luis Garcia.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
No score here in the second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He circles the bases. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely. No doubt off the bat. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Riley Adams. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Jimenez throw to first. That's out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in, Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Young in position. And he makes the catch. And there's one away. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. There's a swing and a drive. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
A little out front there as he swings through it. One out and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Right side, hard hit. Throw to first in time. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. 2 outs. Hit on the ground to short. Nunez handles, throws to first, and that'll do it. One left. Back here at Rogers Center. And the batter now, Nasim Nunez. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 and 2 the count.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Heineman collects, fires to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup, Ahmed Rosario. Digging in for the Nationals. On the ground, right side. He gets there with the slide. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Jimenez to first, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Will Wagner. Swing and a ground ball. Gets it to first. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Tyler Heineman next up for the Blue Jays. Here's a 1-1. Up the middle, Nunez. Tosses to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. That's a base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Young settles underneath it. And that's the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now Back now in Toronto, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Nathaniel Lowe. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Heineman makes the grab, one away. Here's Juan Yepes. So now 1-2. Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're midway in the fourth. It's the Nationals 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Ready to go, bottom 4. Digging in, Addison Barger. And a 1-1. Out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Line drive, that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That one outside, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The other way. Nice stop. Throws from his knees. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. So up next for Toronto, Will Wagner. Blue Jays down a run. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. We are tied at 2.
Oh, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Hit in the air, left field. And that's the third out. 2 men left. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 away here in the 5th. Stone Garrett getting ready to hit. Cut on and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 3 up. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. That pitch just misses the inside corner, and that's ball 3. to third. Throws across the diamond, and Bichette is retired. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Movement in the bullpen. Number 68 looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Ferrer warming up as well. Popped up Garcia. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? If you got some pop, swing for the fences.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And we're back. Top 6. Now, Nasim Nunez. And that's just foul. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2 and 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, just a little cut fastball on the inside part of the plate and couldn't get the barrel to it at all. Just kind of tied him up there right under the hands. Tells me he's probably looking soft away and just wasn't able to adjust.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fights it off, he'll see another. Hit in the air, right field. Barker makes the grab, 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Jacob Young. And a curve is down and in. 2 outs, base is empty. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Well, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Barker. And that is that. No runs. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jose A. Ferrer. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. To the right side, Garcia whips it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. So digging in, Dalton Varsho. 1 down, base is empty. Ripped to third and picked on a hop. Rosario tosses to first. And that quickly 2 away. So up next, Ernie Clement. Next offering is fouled back. That's out to center field. Young makes the catch, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and now it's Juan Yepez. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And out number 1 on the grab. So digging in, Luis Garcia. And he grounds one to the right side.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And now they're out in front. It's 4-2.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Next to hit, Stone Garrett. On the ground to third. Fires to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Up now for Washington, Riley Adams. That's ripped. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And the batter will be the shortstop, Nasim Nunez. Here comes the manager out of the Tommy Nance will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
To second, there's Bichette, and that is that. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. It's now 4. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jorge Lopez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
The 2-1. Down the line, it's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad job. Those small moments can be costly.
Now a chance for Tyler Heineman. To short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. On to low. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Ground ball right side. Over to low. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail it here 4-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Chad Green. Back to the top of the order now. And now it's Ahmed Rosario.
1-2 the count.
Swings and misses. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Jacob Young, the next to hit. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Young over at first with 1 away. Runner on the go. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a hit. And now 2 aboard. And it gets by him. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He will score. It's 5-2. Juan Yep. Bez digs in now. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-2.
Struck him out without a swing. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Varsho makes the grab. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 5-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Lucas Sims. And now, Bo Bichette. This one in the air. Low makes the grab, 1 down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and Guerrero is set down. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
That one ripped. Drills it in on the warning track. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Angel Bastardo. Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
Man at first, Stone Garrett will hit next. In there safely.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's
on the ground, 2 ball. Off balance speed, there's 1. On the first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Wood on third with 2 out. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Down the third baseman, Ahmed. Runner takes off, and it's fouled away. 2 outs. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. And down on strikes. Out number 3. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 6-2. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Number 68.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Lifted in the air, right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Dalton Varsho now at the plate. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Garrett makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. At the plate, Will Wagner. The Jays down to their final strike. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first in time. Ball game, and the Nationals take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Washington Nationals and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starter, Bowden Francis. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 350 ERA. And guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. And now here is Jacob Young. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Hit softly on the ground to third, and foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground, Clement. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now up for Washington, Nathaniel Lowe. Up the middle. Slings to first. Nats go down 1-2-3. End of a half inning of play. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill in this one, Trevor Williams.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Wood makes the catch, and there's one gone. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1 out, base is empty. That's a laser base hit. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. A 2-run homer, his second of the year. It's 2-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on. Anthony Santander at the plate. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And the batter now, Dalton Varsho. Lined into right. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there are 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And the inning is over. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center, top of the second. Now it's the DH, Juan Yepes. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Varsho puts it away for the out. 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Now here is James Wood. Wood went deep twice in his last game. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throws to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back now in Toronto. Here's George Springer to start it off. Fought off foul. Ground ball left side. Fires over to first. That's 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd. And next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. That one out to right. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So the lineup flips over. Here's Andres Jimenez. Foul ball. Schneider off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and that ends the inning. And we're back onto the 3rd inning, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Riley Adams. It's in and out of his glove. Still able to fire over, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Here's a speed threat, Nasim Nunez. Next pitch is outside. Fastball for a strike. Out to center. Varsho moving under it. Hauls it in for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the rookie right fielder, Dylan Cruz. And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs, base is empty. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Swings over the top of that one. Adams down to first with him. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one down the line, and that's a foul ball. On the ground to third. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. There's a swing and a drive. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. Back here at Rogers Center, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. One away. Up now for Washington, Jacob Young. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first. That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Young, the runner at first with two gone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Back now in Toronto. And now Dalton Varsho. Hard hit right side. Sends it to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. One down, base is empty. Base hit. Here's George Springer. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Low snags it for the second out.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
And now Davis Schneider. Popped up right side. Garcia makes the grab, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Guerrero steps on the bag. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. So up next, James Wood. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next to hit for the Nats, Riley Adams. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nationals go quietly. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back. Leading off, Ernie Clement. And a swing and a miss.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Swing and a ball popped in the air.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Up the middle, and that one handled. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field.
Well struck right field. Into the bullpen and gone. He made him pay for that one. And they add on. It's 5-zip.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with the pitch outside the zone. Impressive. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Jackson Rutledge.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Throws to first in time. Inning over. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on. So digging in, Nasim Nunez. In the air, left field, down the line. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 5-1. So the Nats lineup turns over, and stepping in is the speedy Ahmed Rosario. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard, and he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And a ground ball to first. Guerrero takes it to the bag. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across 1 run. Still 1 out there to pick up.
Out to short. Bichette whips it to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Headed towards the corner, and a foul ball. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across, and we're the top half of the 6th. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Into the outfield, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Good 2-strike hitting right there.
Here comes the skipper. Eric Swanson gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get
a swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 6, 7, 8. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. And he swings through that one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jorge Lopez looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Ferrer, a left-hander, also throwing. That one hit to right. Cruz makes the grab, one away. And the batter is George Springer. That one fouled off, 2-2. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Nunez sends it across to first. Third out. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jimmy Garcia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 2-2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Center field. And there's one down. And now up for Washington, Nasim Nunez. Fastball for a strike.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Throws to first in time.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. And that's the third out. So they can't do anything. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that drops foul. That one the other way. Nunez. The throw to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. The 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ryan Burr. So back to the top of the order. And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Nice grab. Now the number 2 hitter, Jacob Young. Late on that fastball.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance, and that one is gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 6-3.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches. In this at bat was very patient, and it paid off.
Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. Ground ball could be 2. To second, that's 1. On to low. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So now pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, Nathan Lucas. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
The count's full.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. 1 scores in the inning coming on this. So remaining in the game defensively, Nathan Lucas. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Jeff Hoffman. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. He keeps it down. It's just so tough to put wood on.
So it's their last chance in this one. And down to shortstop, Nasim Nunez.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. From One Blue Jays Way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Washington Nationals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today's focus is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently. From the setup arms to the closers, this group literally changes outcomes of games, Singy.
It's been incredible to watch, Boog. And once the starters hand over the ball, it's been practically game over for the opposition. That bullpen will likely play a major role in this one today, too.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit.
And he can't come up with it, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here with my pal Singy, our starting pitcher in this one, Mitchell Parker. What do you have on him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's the first out. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Next pitch is outside. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a ball popped up. Low gets under it. Corrals it. And that is that. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Juan Yepez. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Clement over to first. One up, one down. So up next, Stone Garrett. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's hard hit on the line. Varsho racing over to make the catch.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work. Back now in Toronto. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one back there. And it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Hit hard, should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box.
Oh, this ball's down, and that could bring in a run. The run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Could have let that pitch get a little deeper into the zone and tried to go the other way with it. Got it off the end a little bit, but found a hole up the middle.
Now here is Alejandro Kirk. Cruz hauls it in, and there's one away. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Cruz snags it, and there's 2 away. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So the batting order turns over. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ball line to center. Young makes the grab, and that is the third. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now Trey Lipscomb. This one in the air, right field. And George makes the grab. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Dylan Cruz. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. Jimenez hauls it in, 2 away. So 2 down now, and here is Jacob Young. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning. And now it's Luis Garcia. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Swing and a chopper out to short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. 1 hit. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Hauls it in for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Makes the catch for the out. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a pop-up. And that'll get down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. 1 left for Toronto. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the...
Jimenez. Quick feed to second for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Low at third with 2 away. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays.
Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you gotta make them pay.
And now it's going to be Riley Adams. And that's a fair ball. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Next to hit for the Nats, Trey Lipscomb. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking.
Bottom of the inning, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Puts it away for the out.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Low makes the catch. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's George Springer. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Andres Jimenez will hit next. On the ground right side. In plenty of time to first. And the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. 1-2 now. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Jimenez throw to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. The batter now, Jacob Young.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
In the air to left center, Barker. Makes the catch, inning over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That's to third. Feed to second, that's one. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play. Stepping in, Anthony Santander.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Out towards right center field. Brings it in for the third out. New inning getting started. Digging in, Nathaniel Lowe. Right through there for a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball a little more straight and velo to it.
And now it's Juan Yepez. And a strike in there.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Here's a high chopper. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose A. Ferrer. This is his fifth appearance of the year. Dalton Varsho now at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in, and there's one away.
Now batting left fielder, Addison.
Now Addison Barger. And right back to the mound. Gets it to first, and two away now.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Two outs, base is empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Over to first. And that is all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh. And here's the catcher, Riley Adams. Way out front for strike two.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Trey Lipscomb getting ready to hit. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Nothing doing for Washington. They're down 2-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Number 68.
Pretty tight game. So they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Fastball right back to the mound. On to first. One up, one down. And the batter is George Springer. One down, base is empty. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Gimenez. And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Bichette gets a chance to hit. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. Here comes Springer around third. He'll score easily, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Line to left. Cruz makes the play. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they take a 3-run lead. And next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. And it's strike two.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Bichette leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Throw to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Fires over to Guerrero. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
The pitch. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
This is the type of hitter his club wants it to play, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. To the right side, and that's just foul.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. DJ Hurst. He's making his second appearance of the season. So now pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, Davis Schneider. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And now a man into scoring position. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That misses. 3-2 now. Runner at second, 2 down. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And ball 4, 2 aboard. And now the right fielder, George Springer. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Schneider, the lead runner, out at second. Clement at first, 2 out of the inning. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Blue Jays leave a pair. Staying in the game on defense, Davis Schneider. He'll be out in center now after pinch hitting. Here's C.J. Abrams now. So coming into the game now on defense, Nathan Lucas. He'll be patrolling center field. High fly ball, right field. Springer there makes the catch, and there's 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Next for the Nationals is the DH, Juan Yepez.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Last chance for the Nats in this one. And now up for Washington, Stone Garrett. The Nats down to their final strike. On the ground to third, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Blue Jays claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
4-1 the final. just about set. And on the mound today, Sean Manaea. What do we have on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Toss to Alonso. Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today. Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
It's through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And that is cut on and missed. 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it. Fires to first. And they get out of the jam. Back here in Queens. And on the hill in this one, Jose Barrios. Singy's looking at a nice little milestone here.
Yeah.
Well, he's been sitting on 99 career wins. I think he's got it in him for 100 today. Excited to be in the chair and watch him work.
Makes the grab, 1 down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. Juan Soto, the next to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Left field. Pretty well struck. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging. And that is that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. In the air, right side. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Whips it to first. They don't come much closer than that. Back here at Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. Singy, we saw this team playing in the NLCS a year ago.
And some people were surprised they went as far as they did, but they had a really talented roster. In the postseason, you just need one of those guys to get hot, and good things start to happen.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and he went around. Not an easy call there. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Hard hit left side. Tosses across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So the lineup flips over. And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. In the air, left field, down the line, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far, so why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Minaya checks the runner, and he's back safely. Man at second, and it remains 2-2. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Coming around third is Jimenez. He scores and they have the lead. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit. 1 out, runner at second. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line drive. Siri brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Anthony Santander at the plate. Bichette on third with 2 out. Next offering is fouled back. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick out. Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0. So 2 down, and now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And that drops in for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that one gets past the catcher. Up with it, fires to first. In time. Nicely done to get out of the jam. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Jeff McNeil stands in. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. This one popped up. Jimenez pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. And now it's Jose Siri. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the.
And that one ripped to left. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Everything came together for him. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho after it. And that'll do it. So a 2-out. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Alejandro Kirk. And there's a foul ball. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's going to be Davis Schneider. And he deals. Grounded to third. Could be 2. Over to McNeil. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Late with the swing there.
1-2.
And he chases that one. He picks up his 5th strikeout. Bottom 4. And the batter now, Juan Soto. And that misses. And now 3-1.
Well, these Mets, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats. And I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Ground ball up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit. And it's now 1st and 2nd to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
1st and 2nd,
Infield
no
flag
outs.
rule in effect.
So up next for New York, Pete Alonso. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Double play ball to second. There's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jose Butto.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Way inside.
That's a ball. Hey! Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Man at first, nobody out. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Runner!
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Jimenez rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Base hit. Bichette around third and headed home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Hit in the air, center field. Siri makes the catch, and there's one gone. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Guerrero leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 2.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you...
They take the force out, and that is that. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And now here's Jeff McNeil. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. There's a strike. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2's the count.
And that one hit to first. And it goes just foul. Man at first, 1 away. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Didn't quite have enough.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
McNeil off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swings. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. 1 away. So digging in, Davis Schneider. 1 down, base is empty. That to right. Soto going after it. They got it for out number 2. Here's George Springer. 2 outs. Inside. The count now 2-2.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher.
Alvarez to first in time. And that. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Jesse Winker.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Juan Soto now. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Ground ball right side. And foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. And now it's Mark Vientos. Not even close there. 3-1. To the backstop. That's ball 4.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
So a man aboard, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. That's the inning. Mets leave 1. They trail it here 4-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Reed Foley.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one down. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
1 out, base is empty. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Nabs it, and there's 2 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Anthony Santander digs in now. Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Guerrero, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him. That ends the frame. So no runs here and a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher Francisco Alvarez.
That's towards center. Squeezes it. 1 away. Here's Brandon Nimmo. The Mets down by 4. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's a hit. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. And that one fouled off. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. Fouls one off. 2-2. Now a fly ball to right center. Springer on the move. and makes the grab. And that's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. A.J. Minter.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just a weak fly ball this time. He's got it, and there's one away. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays.
Addison Barger.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next,
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back. And that's going to bang against the wall. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Fouled off down the right side. Second and third, 1 away. And we're in the top of the 8th. That one 95 to finish him off.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Nimmo makes the play, and that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Angel Bastardo.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning. Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for him.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one's gone. His first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 4-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
Here's Jesse Winker. The 1-1 is fouled off.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Here's a 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Got him swinging on the curveball, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Juan Soto. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-2.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Hammered, base hit. And next, this will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. In the air, right field, Springer. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a miss.
1-2's the count. Ball. 2-2.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 4-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Dedney Nunez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Now one gone in the ninth. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And he held up. And that one sliced foul. Bichette at first, one gone. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. Late on that fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So one hit is all they get. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one away. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Out to short, Bichette. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it.
Breaks his bat. There's a soft liner. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take game 1 of the series on the road.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boogie had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Clay Holmes.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Toss to Alonso. 1 out in the top of the first. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swinging a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Alvarez gathers, throws to first. He's in there. 2 outs, runner at first. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. Now the Mets back here in Queens. And on the hill in this one, Max Scherzer. And as usual with him singing, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
Here's a Mets lineup now. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing, otherwise you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Mad Max notches the K.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you off, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Springer returns it to the infield. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's 1st and 2nd with 2 out. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. So up next for New York, Pete Alonso. And he hits a ground ball right side. And that is the inning. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. And now 1 and 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
High fly ball out to center field. Siri in position. Makes the grab. 1 down. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider. The 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
2 down, base is empty. And the batter is George Springer. Swing and a miss as he was out front. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Francisco Alvarez. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And the slider just misses.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Scherzer gets the punch out. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
In the air, left field, down the line. Schneider hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Nothing doing. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here is Alejandro Kirk. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And next for Toronto, Will Wagner. 1 down, base is empty. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Hit on the ground, might be 2. There's 1. Fires to first on the run, and he gets him. Nicely. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. And strike 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Stays alive. And a 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Big stack center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And the righty deals. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Dives and he can't hang on to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, 1 out. Next to hit, Juan Soto. Right through there for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
On the ground at first, and it finds its way through for a hit. The throw home. It's offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Got him swinging. Here's Pete Alonso. Winker at third. Soto on at first with 2 down.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1. Back here at Citi Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Bo Bichette. Line drive.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ripped on a line. Lays out and makes the play. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Yeah, that's fouled off. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one ripped right center field. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-1.
Oh, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And now Davis Schneider.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's a ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. And we're back. And now Francisco Alvarez. That one misses. And the count is 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
To second, there's 1, and that's 2. Jeff McNeil stands in. That one fouled off, 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets go down quickly. And our score remains 2-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Jose Buto getting ready to go. Minter also throwing. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Slings it across, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Will Wagner. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-2.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here in Queens, and here is Jose Siri. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss, and a count now even up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Here's Francisco Lindor. The 1-1. And that is out of play. That one to first. Guerrero takes it himself. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Here's Jesse Winker. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Scherzer gets the punch out. And good work there as he gets a 1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jose Butto.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
McNeil gets it to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. The shortstop takes the ball. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Reed Foley appears to be getting loose. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Toss to Alonso. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Out to short, Lindor. Fires across the diamond, and Guerrero is set down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now it's Juan Soto. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Cut on and lifted in the air, and George makes the grab, and there's 2 away. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Springer there makes the catch, and that is... Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter. Well, 1-run game, and now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Toss to Alonso, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
And that's just foul. 1 out, bases empty. Struck him out looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Now the left fielder, Davis Schneider. High fly ball, shallow right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Catcher Francisco Alvarez.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right. Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And George makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swings through that.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Jeff McNeil will hit next. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Springer hauls it in to end the inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. And they trail it here. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Danny Young.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Chop back up the middle. First out in the top of the 8th. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Will Wagner. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Sean Reed Foley up and loosening in the pen. Nunez getting cranked up as well. To the right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and that is that. No run. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Two.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This to third. Sends it across to first. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Bichette whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
On the ground, out to short. Zips it across, and Winker is set down. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Dedniel Nunez. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing at a high fly ball right field. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays.
For the Blue Jays, shortstop Bo Bichette.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. In the air, out towards right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. In plenty of time to first. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight.
Line drive. And it's into the gap. In to score is the runner from third. And they've tied it in the bottom of the ninth. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Winning run stands at second. Battling here as he fouls it away.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The winning run on second base. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Body caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
Steps on first for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Brandon Nimmo. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Out of here. Ball game. A 3-run shot, and the Mets walk it off.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing in the bat, nice win for the team.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping. Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll and getting to start. Tyler McGill. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And now, Andres Jimenez. This one in the air. Vientos. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Here comes a pitch. Right side. Soto gets under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Back here with my pal Singy, showing the slab in today's game. Chris Bassett.
The primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Left field. Barker makes the grab, 1 away. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. It features a great veteran presence, Juan Soto.
And boom, a big power season for him last year, up over 40 home runs. So he's obviously a very important part of this lineup. They're going to rely on him heavily to provide that.
Runner on the move. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get.
And that one gets away at the plate. To first, that is the inning. End of. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. The 1-1 is fouled off. To the right side. A dive. Nice stop from his knees. The throw. And that's a great play for the out. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Varsho launched a homer in his most recent game. Second inning here, no score. Next offering is down low. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's the left fielder, Addison Barger. Runner on the goal. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Two down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
And now Alejandro Kirk. 2 outs. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now here is Pete Alonso. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
Okay.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the catcher to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Swung on, popped up left side. Bichette. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Hot shot to third. Fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Back here at Citi Field. Here's George Springer to start it off. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Vientos whips it to first. And a quick out, number 1. So up next, Ernie Clement. And the next pitch is way outside. In the air, right field. Soto going after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Here's Andres Jimenez. Top of the 3rd, no score. Up the middle. Lindor on the run. Sends it over to first. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. The 1-1 is fouled off. Drilled in the air out towards right center. He's got it. And there's 1 away. And now it's Jose Siri.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
This to third. Clement over to first. Play is made, 2 out. Back to the top of the Mets order. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts. Back here in Queens, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Bo Bichette. The 1-1. That one ripped, but foul. Drilled out towards left center field. Siri sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. And there's 1 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Up the middle. And that one handled. Now a jump throw. On the money. Nice play.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
4th inning underway, no score.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's a strikeout. Ed Drummond says he won. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, here's Jesse Winker. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Juan Soto now.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
And he handles it himself for the out. And now it's Mark Vientos. And a swing and a miss there. The Mets hitless so far in the game. Swings and misses, struck him out. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. And a swing and a miss, beat him with a fastball. Addison Barker digs in now. That one the other way. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
That one is absolutely belted. Siri going back, and it hits the fence. Around first, digging for 2. The relay, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And a count 1-2.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Bichette makes the grab, 1 down. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Into the second deck it goes. His second of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Pitch misses outside. 2-1. And the sweeper catches the plate. 1 out, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And that skips in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground right side, Jimenez throws to first. Out number 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Blue Jays. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. The 1-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Toss to Alonso. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. And now it's going to be Andres Jimenez. Ripped to short. Sends it to first. And that quickly 2 away. Bo Bichette up to the dish. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Blue Jays down a run. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor on the run. Throw to first. In time. Got him. Make it 6. Well, we go bottom 6. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. That one close. Ruled the ball. And it's 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
And down on strikes he goes. Strikeout number 8.
That right there will drive you crazy as a hitter. That pitch has no business being called a strike. It's definitely not what the pitcher was trying to do with the curveball in any count, let alone a 2-strike count. So the umpire right there, he's just rewarding a bad pitch.
Jesse Winker will hit next. That clips the corner. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 1-2. Back here in Queens. Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a count 1-2.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
On a line. And there's one down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And the tying run is on base.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
New pitcher on here, Danny Young.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Yeah, the batter now, Dalton Varsho. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
There's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Action in the Mets bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the closer of the staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. Reed Foley getting loose as well. Two outs. Struck him out of the foul tip. Clean work. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the 7th. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. That one fouled off. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Springer hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
2-2 the count.
And they'll do it again. Vientos off of first with 2 away. Swing and a bouncer out to short. On to Jimenez. Bang, bang play, and the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Daniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
In the air, right side of the infield. Full extension, makes the catch. Here's George Springer.
Oh, this is an all-in effort right here. Going back on it, knows that the outfielder's not going to get there, lays out, and makes a tremendous catch. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
Next pitch is outside.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
And it's caught for the out.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And a swing and a miss. And a nice inning of work there. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. That one lifted to left. Barker makes the catch for the out. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he keeps putting up the K's. That's number 11. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. That misses the zone. And that's ball 2. And a curve is down and in.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Siri leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air on the infield, Guerrero nabs it, and the inning is over. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And a count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Nimmo has it sized up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One up, one down. He's 2 outs away. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. Fouled off. He was late.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound.